Jacy Campbell, better roll the dice and shake it up. Before I smoke a blunt, I break it down and twist it up. Dark liquor in my cup, what I'm sipping up. Only promises are done, so I'ma live it up.
Best believe I'ma live it up. I'ma do my thing, nigga, won't give it up. I'm finna roll the dice and shake it up. Rap can't sleep, nigga, I'ma wake it up. I'm going all in, finna rake it up. Finna break it up. I'ma make it to the top, gon' make it up. Been real from the jump, couldn't make it up.
Ooh wee, fresh fit, acting up, life a movie. Hit the scene with the team they like.
What's happening? This is Big Bet with Barrz and Banco.
Yes, sir. Jacy Banco, producer.
Bobby Barrz, 2 R's, 1 Z, don't get it twisted. We got a guest with us today. Introduce yourself, man.
Thomas Kockritz, also known as Cowboy Cock, 3rd generation cowboy. And I build cars.
Amongst a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
What an intro.
Yeah, he's actually here to help us out with our website too today.
Yeah.
I think it's cool, like
It
just
is my mechanic work.
thinking about you. Yeah, like you do hands-on work. You know, you got your own business doing that, and then you also got like the tech work too.
Yeah. So I started.
It's a 5th generation cop.
I started my first detailing company when I was 14 years old, and then kept doing that for a while. And then when I was about 16, I started building websites for some companies around the Longview, Kelso area.
Like you just go and approach these companies and just say, you know, I could help you.
Yeah,
with your website.
Well, funny thing is the way it started is, I would detail cars for people. I'd call like the most successful people I could like get a hold of. I just go on LinkedIn, find like upper level like management position people in some bigger companies in the areas of Longview and Kelso, and I'd pitch them $100 for a full detail, and if they were satisfied with it, then instead of a monetary tip, I'd get to sit down with them for about 30 minutes and ask them questions and pick their brain a little bit. And,
I hear about that a lot too. Like, you know, going to some of these companies and offering something for free.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you did
Yeah.
to try to get like a foot in the door.
To get some cheat codes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because the amount of wisdom that these guys have is just insane. I mean, all the experience they have growing companies from, I mean, there's J.H. Kelly, which is one of the bigger companies in Kelso, started by 2 guys who basically were just like private contractors doing small shed building, garage building, and stuff like that. And now they build massive industrial complexes. They have thousands and thousands of employees. So, yeah, it's all that information is out there, and all that wisdom is out there.
Bro, that's networking on a different level.
Yeah, you were doing that when you were 16?
14 is when I...
14.
Yeah, 14 to 16. Yeah.
That's nuts. I wasn't even...
I wish I could say it was like
that.
a...
Where did that spirit come from?
It was
Or that motivation?
Think and Grow Rich. That was
the book?
That book. Yeah, Think and Grow Rich. Yeah, I got the idea from that. I wish I could say it was like, yeah, I'm a genius and I just planned this whole thing out myself, but no.
I got that book.
Yeah, it's a really great book. I think, Napoleon Hill would literally just write letters to like Carnegie, Vanderbilt, J.P. Morgan, and just said like, hey, I want to know what makes successful people successful. What does it take? What makes you different to allow you to become this absolute tycoon of industry? And all of them were just like, yeah, sure. Like he had no idea who they were. They had no idea who he was, and he just wrote them letters and asked. And they said, yeah, all you gotta do is ask. And so I started doing that, and they really liked the hustle that I was showing from a young age, because a lot of the perception of younger teenagers by, baby boomers is like, oh, they're lazy, they don't want to try hard, they don't want to work, nah.
Yeah.
I had to walk to work uphill both ways and stuff like that.
How old are you?
23. Yeah.
Yeah, see, and we're... No, you're actually a little younger than me. Wow, I didn't even know. You know, it's crazy because when you... I think a lot about what they say, you know, when you look around, the people that they say, like, people that you surround yourself with, it's kind of like, you know, you can tell where someone's going with their future. And I feel like the networking you did was, like, that's the networking you want to do. I mean, a lot of my networking, a lot of people I know, it was through, like, partying, kicking it, you know, stuff like that. But it wasn't like business, you know, we weren't doing too much business with each other. It was just more of...
It wasn't strategically.
Yeah, and that's...
Although sometimes some of the things we do have in place as far as networking do derive from parties and shit.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it wasn't because of that. He was deliberately...
Yeah, and see, that's...
Yeah, going out and doing that. And that's dope. That's low-key what we doing here, too. Like, we're trying to soak up some game from you, maybe teach you some game. That's how OGs do it. And we networked on quite a... different levels, you and I.
Yeah.
You know what I
sure.
mean? Like, this guy's my mechanic. You know, he's fixing up my Jeep, my granddad's Jeep I'm trying to restore. Kind of make it look nicer. Leave a legacy, you know, honor him. That might end up being the big bad Jeep. If we can get that vinyl stuff going.
Yeah.
That would be super dope.
How many businesses have you had? Like,
I'd say 3.
3, and
Yeah.
and out of all of them,
Like, do you
which
currently
one?
still have any of those 3, or is it just the one with the detailing right now?
I still
In the car
have,
stuff.
so Advanced Digital Marketing is my digital marketing company, and the way that started was during one of those interviews with a roofing contractor, actually. I asked him, like, what's one of the biggest problems you have in your business right now? And he said, man, I got quoted like $15,000 for a new website to be built for my company. And I was like, there's no way it costs $15,000 to build a website. And I said, you know what? I'll do it for $1,000. I knew nothing about building websites. I didn't know anything. I was just like, I'm gonna get this, because if he's almost saying yes to $15,000, like, I'm gonna learn how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's how it started. Yeah. So I did that one. It was a pretty bad website, honestly. But
did you do any? How'd you go about learning to do it?
Watching videos, building practice
Self-taught
websites.
pretty much, but
Yeah, I'd literally just sit there.
you went to school too, didn't you?
Yeah, I went to High Point University over in North Carolina.
Okay.
And you was telling me how you kind of showed me too. There was a rapper you helped kind of try some things on as far as marketing goes to see about getting verified.
Yeah, Jonah Rain.
You got him up to like 10K. Now he's up to 30K.
Yeah.
You know, so you got him over that hump.
Yeah.
Which is very profitable approach as far as a service to get them over that hump. Because once you're at 10K, you know, and it's organic enough.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was right.
And he's
you
at
can
a
shout
point
dude
now.
out. You can shout dude out.
Yeah, Jonah Rain. He's the man. You can see in one of his videos, you'll see my GTR back when it had the 90s Solo Cup vinyl
That
wrap
was
on the
dope.
side. Yeah.
I think you should bring it
Yeah.
back.
See,
Yeah, I want to bring it back. Yeah.
seeing, like, you know, I have a ton of artists I work with that are super dope at what they do, but that's where I'm actually learning the ad and marketing game, is because just if some of these people were able to get seen and heard, they would, you know, definitely have more of an audience. But like when you're doing everything locally or trying to, it's kind of hard, especially where we are, like in this area too. As far as, you know, getting people to view your stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to learn how to.
I think we're
get it
building a
out
pretty
there.
good network here, though, because think about it. Like, if we get this, you know, marketing thing dialed in through the big bet, like, we're funneling a lot of dope artists.
Yeah.
Like you said, a lot of them, but they just need marketing. It's like, yo, we're trying to offer all these services and also help people grow and build a network, the big bet network of everyone. You know, it's like, yo, everyone needs that car fixed, and they need marketing. You know, and all artists need marketing, and they need mix and mastering, and they need beats. You know, and they need a place where they can feel free to create that shit, which is here.
And not
Just
spending
like
like $15,000 for like, I mean, some of the stuff, it's like, it's robbery. What, like, a lot of the big studios and stuff like that are charging. Like,
Yeah.
We be bartering services too, because we're all trying to just grow and build. And it's like, yo, if a big wave of organic, creative music with no pressure of having to spend all this money or someone's gonna take all your money, a big wave of all that music is a wave of music.
Oh yeah.
You know, so
We're gonna be putting out so much stuff.
Bro, in the next year, just myself alone, I got 40, 50 tracks to come out. Solid ones, like, you know, and a project within that. And a bunch of projects in the works, too. We're steady creating, especially with this. There's so much stuff to, funnel in.
It really, I love it because, like, we're all just creating this stuff, and it only takes one to really lift everyone up. So...
But that's just it. It's like, oh yeah, they may just get popping by saying that they record at Big Bet Studio, you know, and having a video from us and being on the podcast and having an interview about it, you know, and we talk about it, and then the sound that we create here is really good too, because we ain't, especially when it's a Banco beat, we ain't letting booty shit come out. We got a boot camp coming up soon, man, and y'all gonna hear about it. We gonna be on like some reality TV show shit. We gonna run it up. It's gonna be boot camp with Barrz and Banco at Big Bet Creative House Studio. We gonna run it up, you know.
Yeah.
All the analytics to that is gonna be coming soon, but we're gonna get that going, and we already got everything in place. We're trying to just here soon. We're gonna take submissions.
I wanted to ask though about, back to what I was saying earlier is out of all of those, the 3 businesses that you had started, what was your most profitable one, and then what was your favorite one? Like, I think those are different sometimes.
Yeah, probably, man, starting out with car detailing, I didn't really have a name for it, because, I was 14 to 16 years old, but that was really fun, going from just high school classes like during the day, and then like weekends or after school going to people's houses that had like jet money, because the way it worked was I called about 10 people, just like cold called them out of the blue, pitched them the offer, and then they were just so thrilled, and they were just so like amazed with the hustle and everything that I showed that they connected me to like 10 more people that were even wealthier than them. And then it just grew itself naturally so well that like it was just running itself, and I was just sitting down and talking with people that I never would have thought would give me the time of day.
I just heard something actually yesterday, because I watch a lot of, just information on business and stuff like that, and I heard someone in an interview say, it's not a business if it doesn't run itself. So it's what you just said was like, they said it's not a business if it doesn't run itself, and if it's not running itself, then you're pretty much just a boss at your job. Yeah. So whatever your business is, you're just a boss at your job if it's not running itself. If it can do its thing. So when you say it was running itself, what do you mean, like?
Oh, the amount of effort I had to put in to get like new clients and everything like that was nothing. Nothing. It was absolutely nothing. Yeah.
So it's just going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get so busy that you had to like book people out or kind of raise your prices?
I didn't really raise my prices too much, just because the dollar amount that that I would put on that knowledge that they were giving me was just priceless. Like, it was just priceless. They like the amount of mistakes they shared with me that they made and like how to avoid them. Like that's still with me today. Like I have not made like those same mistakes.
I would definitely put myself, and Banco in the category of young OGs. And when you say OG, it's not necessarily original gangster. No, it's offering game. And we offer game to each other, but in order to be an OG, you got to be able to soak up game too, And just like you did, you went and sought it out. You went and tried to look for it, and you're like, I need this game.
And you were doing that at 14,
Yeah.
15.
Yeah.
Like
You know,
that's
that
also
puts you
young
so
OG
much
shit.
further
And I was,
ahead of, yeah.
You got mentors and shit too.
Yeah.
You know, I know you listen to a lot of shit I say. A lot of times it's, take it.
It took me a while though to get through
take it
to my
as you
head.
may, take it as you will, my G. Sometimes it's this, that, or the other. But to be able to soak up some game, shit. How do you think motherfucker get put up on game? Learn from other people's mistakes and their accomplishments,
Yeah.
and do it in your own way and hone it in. As many people as you gotta ask, as many friends as you gotta make, this, that, and the other. But real recognize real, and I think the like-minded, as far as goals, and regardless if it's in the same lane or not, always.
I love talking.
You know what I
to
mean?
people in different lanes.
Because when timing's everything, my G, is a weird thing. But it's like I met him through networking and knowing people.
Yeah, just when Justin was cutting your hair over at my shop.
Yeah, but that's because Frankie's like, hey, he knows me, and Frankie, like little Frankie G, he invests in the studio and stuff too. I got track with him as well. But as a youngin', like I mentored him, and he actually followed kind of a lot of the guidelines in a lot of game I put him up on, and dude's doing his thing.
Yeah, he is.
Like his choice in women is on him. But business wise and just as a man and with his funds, he listened to what I said, and the dude is doing great.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, hey, these are the things I wish I did, my G. You should do it like, within reason and find your own niche. And he did that.
Yeah, yeah. And one of the first things he said when I first met you at the shop was, hey, you should definitely help out Bobby promote his music. He's helped me out so much. Like, I just respect the hell out of him. Whatever you think you can do for him, like, I would really appreciate it. And that spoke volumes. I was like, yeah, of course, I'm going to do it.
Because I never expect nothing back. I just want to see someone else win. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, I was young when I was actually putting him up on game, and he was actually kind of like you as well. He was actually asking me, because I had just started working at the mill, doing full-time stuff and getting ready to buy this house and all this other stuff, and I'm like, man, just put your head down, grind, even though it's not what you want to do, but get yourself in the position to pivot.
Mm-hmm.
And he did. And he got himself in the position to pivot, and now he's got a clean layup.
Yeah.
And it's on him, did you do it or not?
Yeah.
Back to that same question. Now, you like the detailing, but most profitable.
Most profitable. Advanced digital marketing. That was by far the most profitable. So
reaching out to these companies and getting some type of thing
going. Closing digital marketing deals. Normally what I do is I look for companies that were in a industry that's low competition but high profit. Each client would be a lot of profit for them. And if they had a bad online presence, I would reach out to them, give them some kind of proposal, give them a free guide or free tips, and then eventually, work out a deal with them and a contract to improve their online presence. And the reason I actually dropped out of college after my sophomore year is because I closed one deal in Raleigh, North Carolina, with a company that was a big enough amount to where I was like, okay,
this is what I'm doing.
I'm done with school. I don't need to go to school anymore.
So, are you still like reaching out to companies and stuff like right now, or do you have like a few that you?
I got a few.
In?
I did a vet clinic in Leesburg, Virginia. I did their website not too long ago.
So it's not just like in areas that you're living in, but you reach out.
Oh yeah.
To other areas.
That call-in shit, that list, bro, is everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just you go painting and then it goes all the way down by city and state. Like, it's crazy. I got up on the and did a couple the other day. I didn't get no answers, but I left some voicemails. This shit was hard.
Are you reaching out to like new companies or?
Not really. The reason I moved back to start Kock Motorsports, my car company, my car shop.
Cock Motorsports.
Yep.
It's his last name.
Yeah, my last name's Kockritz with a K, so Kock Motorsports. But I got kind of burned out. It was just boring doing, same thing, sitting on my computer all the time. And I'd always wanted to import Land Rover Defenders from Europe and then modify them. And I figured if I'm going to make a terrible financial mistake, I might as well do it when I'm like 23 and I have no kids, no responsibility. I could start over from scratch, whatever. So I decided to just, burn the ships essentially and go for it.
How'd that go?
So far it's going pretty good, especially considering how awful this last year's been for like any new company.
Yeah, you took and you flipped that barn.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's got a little basketball hoop in it. It's cool. They just painted it. We're actually gonna shoot a music video there. Y'all gonna see it.
Everybody will get to see that.
He's gonna be a part of it. He's gonna do some.
He's gonna play my
stuff.
boss.
Yep.
Hey, we gonna run it up. We all gonna make some money. Real quick in closing, we just have a few more minutes left. You got anything to tell us, or I guess to tell them? Any stories that you can tell us, or anything that you want to say in closing about any of this? What we're doing here, the Big Bet Studio. You know what I mean? Any encounters, or how do you see this
Any
going?
funny business stories?
What do you think about this business we're running? If we're talking about business, how do you think about this real quick?
This business, I would say, is the best way for a silver spoon in the mouth type artist to get exposure, get connected with like-minded people that aren't going to ask for huge dollar amounts up front and legitimately want to see you win. It's basically a community of
Big
people.
Bet network.
Yeah, it's a community of people that are working together for the same goal, and that is something that's super unique because the amount of greed in the music industry, I think, is just
crazy.
It's staggering.
It's tough.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't see any of you guys ever trying to burn bridges with anybody just to get an extra couple grand out of them.
No.
No, it's all about
They'll take man.
You'll take whatever they have at the to work with and then make something out of it.
Yeah.
And
It's all about creating opportunities as well.
Yeah.
I was able to put myself in the position to create this opportunity, but if it was given to me earlier, then I would be able to. And you know what? I'm just trying to bet on myself, help other people bet on themselves, network with other people who are doing the same thing, and at the end of the day, it's a big bet.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, still got some things to talk about off camera, but
We could talk all day long
Yeah, we
about
could.
this.
yeah.
And we gotta wrap it up, but we'll get some B-roll footage as well. We're gonna tap back in with you. Hey, could you shout out your Instas and all that stuff real quick?
Oh yeah, so my primary Instagram is Cowboy Cock, COWBOY KOCK, and then my business is Kock Motorsports, KOCK
Thanks, Mr. Cock.
Yeah.
Tap in with it. It's been another episode of Big Bet
Yeah, big bet.
with Barrz and Banco. Stay blessed.
I gotta go, I gotta get it, I can feel it in my soul. I gotta go, I gotta get it, I can feel it in my soul.
I can feel it in my soul, feel it in my bones. I'ma always get it in until the day I'm gone. Double up the workload like I got a clone. First and goal, beast mode in the end zone. I'ma always go get it for sure. For the longest time I had to go get it alone. Ever since I was a youngin', I had to be grown. Did some things that I eventually had to atone. They always thought that I was shy cause I was always quiet. I was moving with a purpose, but moving in silence. Phone on airplane mode when I'm in autopilot. Tunnel vision on my goals, I recommend you try it. Put my ambition in the bag, I know that they will buy it. Got that green, I'm always eating on a strict diet. Now my future isn't written, now I gotta write it. It ain't on me, I got it in me, I can't fight it.
I'm in my zone. Sorry I'm busy, can't answer the phone. When I'm coming home, don't worry about me, I can do it alone. I gotta go, I gotta get it, I can feel it in my soul. I gotta go, I gotta get it, I can feel it in my soul.